Galaxy Radio. Your campus, your voice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's that man again. Despite his meandering maneuverability, his strategical susceptibility, his infantile indefatigability, and his tendency towards tactical stupidity, he still remains
an imaginary sound of music.
You're listening to Loose Men.
Thursdays, 7 till 8.
An imaginary sound of music.
On Galaxy Radio.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Come on, once more. 5, 6, 2, 8.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Loose Men with me, Johnny Birch.
And me, Ben Hodgkinson.
So it's time for another hour of cracking banter, cheeky satire, and line crossing controversy. As in we're crossing the line. Crossing the line, like
Hopefully not cross. Hopefully.
Well, we're sort of like
hitting the line.
Teetering on the like
Heating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, hello. Ben, because I've not done a like proper introduction. Anything you been up to? Anything this week?
I've had a pretty busy week with assignments and whatnot. I had a delightful essay due in for 12 o'clock lunchtime on Monday, which I didn't start till 7 p.m. on Sunday for one reason or another. My Remembrance weekend, I was quite busy.
How many words was this assignment?
2,500.
Okay, so quite.
So I spent from 7 till 5 a.m.
7 till 5 a.m.
through the night, fueled on Red Bull and not a lot else. By the end of it, I believe I was the only person in the library. Might be wrong.
Jeez.
It was pretty. It got to the point where when I came out, I saw people going for what I guess was a morning run.
I don't. Why,
it was pretty horrific.
Why would you? I just don't understand why you would do that to yourself. Why anyone would do an all-nighter on the essay?
It was either that, or I'd have to wake up really early in the morning, which for me just isn't really a reliable possibility.
No, that's true.
So,
but you got it done. You got it done.
Yeah, just about. I'm pretty happy with it. I got people to proofread it after I submitted it, because that's all I could do.
After.
Yeah. And it seems to be all right. I panic bought some software called Grammarly, which checks your grammar.
Grammarly.
It's quite good. But I ended up making a panic buy of £30, I believe, for that.
You paid £30 for Grammarly.
Panic, because it got to 5 in the morning. I finished my essay, and I thought, if I proofread this, I'm just going to read what I think I've put. I'm not going to read what I've actually put. I'm not going to,
Doesn't Microsoft Word though check your grammar anyway?
Your spelling, not your grammar.
Well, it has the green underline thing, doesn't it? Like where it says like.
Not as thoroughly. When I installed this Grammarly, it found 50 critical mistakes, which Microsoft Word didn't find. So I was quite glad I got it in the end.
50 critical mistakes.
So yeah, it's quite.
That's quite a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. So it's quite good. I got it, I think.
And you spent £30 on that.
£30.
It's just ever since now you've reached this celebrity status on Loose Men. You're just spending that.
I
money.
know. That's what it is.
You're wasting it. You've got to just save it up and just treat yourself every now and then. That's what I've learned to do, because obviously we're breaking it in.
So I've treated myself to Grammarly, so hopefully we're not endorsed. We're not sponsored by Grammarly.
Yeah.
But I wish I could be. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
How's the cold? Have you got
it's slightly better.
Slightly better.
Only slightly, but it's getting there.
I feel like throughout this whole first series of shows, you're just gonna constantly have a cold.
Yeah, probably. Maybe throughout all of them. I might have it's cold forever.
Maybe it's just your voice. Maybe you just don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
What have we got lined up tonight?
We've got 70s music, following on from the Decades theme, with the best-selling song of the 70s at the end.
Nice.
We've got the Red Top Review.
Red Top Review. We'll be discussing our topic of the week, like the Loose Men, we discuss our topic. So, we're discussing celebrities and what it means to be a celebrity, which may sound boring on the surface, but no, stay tuned, because you'll hear a massive rant from me. And
ooh, I'm looking forward to this.
Exactly. You keep them hooked. That's what you do. You keep the audience hooked. We've got quite a few listeners.
We have indeed.
So, should we play our first song and then hit the Red Top Review hard?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's our first song?
So, we've already had our first song, which was "Save Your Kisses for Me" by the Brotherhood of Men.
But we must mention now that Ben is doing this on his phone.
Yeah, it's not most professional. Normally I have my songs with me, but not today.
So,
what a nightmare.
Yeah.
So we're playing Boomtown Rats, I Don't Like Mondays.
Okay. And who was that, Ben?
That was the Boomtown Rats with I Don't Like Mondays, which is something I agree with them on personally.
No, fair enough. You're listening to Loose Men, and it's time for quite possibly the greatest feature. Well, it's an award-winning feature, so of course it's the greatest feature. It's time for the Red Top Review. Red Top Review. You heard it right. It's the Red Top Review, where we bring in the Sun and the Daystar and we give you the news that you genuinely need to hear. Can I give you an example? This is my first story.
Yeah, you go first, by all means.
Because I just want to... It doesn't even make headline news, but the Sun managed to talk about it, and I've not heard about this. Apparently Buddha's been found. Buddha. They found him.
Right. Explain.
I mean, this is the Sun, and considering it's not front page news... I don't know how much, but it's basically like they've said they found him in a box. His partly cremated bones had been divided among 8 royal families when he died, and it is believed 2 monks later travelled to Asia, collecting the 2,000 body parts before burying them in the ceramic box, and then it was found. Buddha is found, the big fat guy.
Okay, well, supposedly depends. What? Some people see him as really scrawny, don't they?
Well, that was his history because he was trying to find enlightenment, and he got to the point where. In his journey to find enlightenment, he thought, well, somebody told him, right, you want to take out what you love, and he loved food, he loved to eat. So, I always remember this thing. He was able to, at one point, as they say, he was so skinny because he only had 1 grain of rice a day.
Yeah, I remember that.
He could basically, they said he could like poke his finger into his stomach, and if he did that, he could touch his spine.
Nice.
So, fun fact of the day there. But that's the sort of thing I'm trying to teach people on this show, the many people listening to this show.
Yeah.
That, this is the sort of thing that you need to hear. Buddha has been found.
Yeah.
What's your first story?
So my first story is 75p pint kills pubs.
Go on.
So basically supermarkets have been selling beer and cider for as little as 75p for a pint can, I'm guessing, or the equivalent of a pint. Experts say this price war between stores has been killing pubs, which in Britain are closing at a rate of 21 pubs per week.
Ooh.
And the big sort of pub companies, big breweries, are supposedly trying to rally together. This is from Martin, so whoever Martin is, he said, Martin says...
He sounds reliable.
Yep, the big pub companies need to get behind the campaign for tax equality. And in fact, it costs 90p in wages to sell a pint. I don't know quite what that last bit means.
Well, you've worked at a bar, so you tell me.
90p in wages to sell a pint.
Does that mean...
You're not paying each person 90p per pint. I was on minimum wage. In an hour, I'd pour plenty of pints.
Okay, but well, I mean, didn't Wetherspoons do that thing where they had a tax-free day where they basically you could buy the drinks at, it was sort of
I think it was in protest, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a middle finger to the tax. I think because it was just a general process. So I was like, ooh. But yeah, I like a drink as much as the next guy.
But yeah, I mean, I'll have to think twice about these cheap tinnies I get if they're killing 21 pubs a week. That's quite a lot. Imagine if that was just in Leicester, 21 pubs within 3 weeks. There'd be nothing in Leicester.
It's kind of. Maybe we can compare it to like global warming. It's like the ice caps melting. One day it's all going to be gone.
Yeah.
The glaciers are going to be gone. It's like that. One day all the pubs are going to go. Like so go to them.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Got to go to the pubs. So your second story, Johnny?
Well, I mean, I'll move on to what's his name now. Let me get. This is the thing I've lost.
The man himself.
Rod Liddell. Yeah.
Yep.
Rod Liddell, who has no qualifications as far as I'm aware, and he gives his views on the news of the week. I mean, I've just also noticed that the Sun is so good that one of the stories on the front page likes to go, see page 7 for Jesus crust. Furious Greggs replaced Christ with sausage roll. I mean, that's the sort of
I have heard about that briefly.
But I don't want to focus on that. If you want to look it up, just go on the internet and type in Greggs Christ crust. And Rod Liddell says what does he say? I've highlighted a few things. He talks usual stuff about Kim Jong Un. What else? So, he's yeah, you'll like this. He's given his view on because he was Andrea Williams from the Christian Legal Centre was on this morning, and she shocked Philip Schofield because she was talking about transgenderism, and this is something we would like. We talk about these sorts of things. We talk about anything on the show. And Williams pointed out reasonably enough that girls are girls and boys are boys. Schofield said that's terrible. You shouldn't say that. He said it was medieval. And this is what Rod Liddell says. Ah, right you are. The thing is, Phil, it's down to hard science and chromosomes. You're a bloke if you have XY chromosomes. You're a nice lady if you have XX chromosomes. If you're a bloke who wishes to be a nice lady, you can have your todger chopped off and some breasts stapled to your chest. But you are still scientifically a man. Well, I can't say the rest because he actually swears in it.
Oh, really?
But basically, and he says, we shouldn't ignore the facts just for convenience.
No, you know what? I think I almost agree with Rod Liddell there. I don't know. It's a very topical one at the moment, isn't it?
It's just.
I'm not keen on Phil Schofield. I think he just sort of says things that he thinks will appeal to the general public.
Yeah, but I think it's just more people just getting confused maybe with sex and gender. Sex is
absolutely. Sex is biological. Gender's more how you feel. Whether you feel slightly more less, or whether you feel slightly more feminine.
I mean, I'm not sure about 72 genders, but if that's the case, if anything, I think there's more.
Yeah, I like that.
What else did Rod Liddell say? Rod Liddell also had a go at people who are in academia, because apparently some researchers from 2 universities have been engaged in trying to find out what women find attractive in men. So this is interesting. They've been studying photos taken by women of hot men on trains. After months of painstaking work, they have come to a conclusion. Women tend to like men who are very good looking, with muscular bodies and loads of money. And then he finishes, I wish I'd gone into academia. It's a bleeding doddle, isn't it? I feel like the universities would disagree with that, university students.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. Well, yeah, especially lecturers.
I think it's just these scientists are one of those scientists that just waste a load of time and just they're not looking at cancer, they're just looking at wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think we spoke about him last week, I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was to do with chocolate and wine and other nonsense. Anyway, moving swiftly on to your next story.
Okay, so this one's a life on Ross? Question mark. A new planet named Ross 128 Bravo has been discovered 11 light years away, which may be able to support life within a mild climate.
Yeah, this is in the sun as well. They cover this.
I think that's quite exciting. I don't know why it's named Ross. I'm guessing that's the guy who found him.
It's a shame that the days of Neptune and Venus and Mars.
Yeah, we just run out of gods. I think we should have stuck with the Roman gods for our solar system, and different solar systems have different gods.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Could have a planet called
Ra.
What's the elephant guy called?
It's not Shiva. It's a Hindu god. No, I think Shiva's.
It's Shiva, the one with the elephant.
Are you sure?
Half elephant. If you know the answer, type it in on the chat. If you know the answer to what the half elephant man, the elephant man, but not the elephant man, if you know what I mean.
The god one.
God one. Then just make a note of it, just saying what the name is, and just tell us that it's the elephant god one, elephant man god one. Is that your story then?
That is, it's quite exciting, the idea of it, but they haven't said there's life on this planet. It says it could sustain life, which is...
Yeah, I mean, would we ever get there though?
11 light years. With our technology, it'd take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Far longer than that. 11 light years, that's...
If you're travelling at the speed of light, that's 11 years.
Yeah. And we can't travel at the speed of light.
No, nowhere near.
I mean, we could potentially move milliseconds off the speed of light, but we'd never. What's Einstein said?
I think Einstein said it's impossible to hit the speed of light.
Yeah. Didn't say it's impossible to get a 0.00001 below the speed of light. So essentially, we can. So we've proven that. This is the sort of thing we do on Loose Men. We look at the facts and we come to a conclusion, and we've sort of proven Einstein wrong.
I've also just seen the right next to that is the Greg sausage roll story.
You might as well read it out. Just read it out to the general public now.
Alright, it's the worst Noel, worst spelled W-U-R-S-T. Don't know why. It's that.
Okay, go on.
Greggs has apologised for replacing baby Jesus with a sausage roll in the nativity scene. Outraged campaigners called for a boycott of the bakers over the image in the advent calendar. It shows 3 wise men around a crib which has a sausage roll instead of Jesus. Simon Richards of the Freedom Association called the calendar sick and anti-Christian. He added, "What cowards these people are. They would never dare insult other religions."
It's a great story. Like, I just saw it, like, when I picked up the Sun, and I always get a dirty look from the news agent, like, who always gives me the newspaper, because it's the Sun and it's not deemed like a good paper, like a sort of
No, you get that quite a lot.
Do you ever get that when you get the Daily Star?
It's sort of it's. I'm not. I wouldn't say so,
where do you
but
get it from?
I get it from Sainsbury's.
Nah, see, I go to the news agents across the road just for that. I like the idea of going to a news agent.
So.
But she always gives me a dirty look. But I can't remember what the point was now. What was the point? Oh yeah, and I saw it on the front of the Sun, just like the sausage roll thing. I was like, oh, this is a corker of an issue. But actually, it turns out there wasn't actually that much, because I've actually ran out of stories already, and I'm on to.
You've run out of stories.
I'm on to Mystic Meg. So should we go to Tex Maniacs for you?
Tex Maniacs. Yep. So the joke of the day.
Oh, of course, yeah. Let's go with it.
I was walking through the jungle when I came across a monkey with a tin opener. I said, "You don't need a tin opener for the banana." Then the monkey replied, "It's for the custard." That's from Jeff, and that is the joke of the day. Well done, Jeff.
I understand the joke, kind of.
Do you? Because I don't.
Well, it's like dessert, but where I don't. There's so many questions. Why would a monkey have custard in the jungle? Where would it get the custard from?
Who knows?
So many questions about that joke.
And we've got from Steve Well, M/Well.
Okay, yeah.
The UK is now worse than Greece. It's time the Scots voted to get out. I want to know what the event was which gave him this viewpoint.
That's a good point.
Why are we worse than economically? We're not worse than Greece, I can tell you. But, why are we worse than Greece? Worse food?
Yeah.
It's very open.
It's a very open question. What do you think? Are we worse than Greece?
I've never been to Greece.
No.
It's a place I'd like to go. I'd say holidays in the UK are worse than Greece. That might be what he's on about. You might be a holiday maker.
Yeah.
In outrage.
Maybe, yeah, perhaps. But it's a very open-ended question. If you think Greece is better than England, drop it as a message in the comments.
Another one from Kenny the Lash.
Kenny the Lash?
He's outraged. He says, 11 years in jail for £1.50. Daniel Joseph has been arrested and jailed for 11 years, basically, for stealing £1.50. I don't know how genuine this is, but
where did he steal it from?
Although there are more than one text in here saying it. Mugger spent 11 years. He's mugging. That was why. See, I think missing all there was £1.50.
Well, that's fine.
Mugger spent 11 years in jail for stealing £1.50. Unbelievable. That's criminal in itself. Sue the off of them when you get out. Yeah, that's from Beeple Rose.
Beeple Rose, yeah.
And once we go for one more. Where is it? The ISIS woman Farhana Begum Ahmed, who was let off because she had kids. What about mothers who were killed and cannot go back to their kids? Shame on the judge. That's from Bab.
Bab's got a good point there.
An ISIS woman that was let off because she had kids. I mean, it sort of brings up the question of any crime. If a woman's got kids, no matter how bad the crime, do you jail her and then jail the kids, or take the kids off her? Because it's
put the kids in social care.
It's quite a kick to the kids though. Social care. Not saying there's anything wrong with kids in social care, but it's not. I suppose if your mother's a murderer, it's probably for the best. But
yeah, exactly. But going back to the 11 years for £1.50, but basically it was a mugging.
What do you think to that? Do you think?
I think maybe not 11 years. Maybe. I don't know how.
You don't know how violent the mugging was. That's one bit is neglected.
We don't know if anybody was hurt. Don't even know if the person was killed. See, little things like that, details. And I think we can safely say that this guy did deserve to be in... No, I'm not going to go that far. Right, so it's time to move on to the horoscopes. And Mystic Meg has attempted some sentences again.
Oh God, here we go.
So this is for you, Cancer. Not as in that's not how that sentence sounded. But okay, this is what she says for you. Instead of being swept along by events, you plan your future. I disagree with that after hearing your story about the essay. I don't think you do plan your future.
No, not at all.
Being practical about earning a living is important. I think you want to earn a living.
Oh yeah, I'd quite like to at some point.
But you also factor in time to work on your dream ambition. What's that? You never told me your dream ambition.
No, off the top of my head, I don't know if I've got one.
Oh.
Maybe Mystic Meg knows something about me which I don't.
Well, think about it over the next song, and then we'll come back to your dream ambition. And this is where it gets a bit weird. With Neptune in your chart of faraway places and faces, and then that's the weird bit. And then love may be the reason you plan to visit famous locations you never expected to see.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, fair enough.
Thank you very much, mate.
Could happen, might not happen. We don't know.
Yeah, may do.
Potential.
So you're Aries.
Yeah.
Finally got it. 3 weeks in. Finally got it. Oh wow, this is straight in. Abandoning capital letters. Abandon yourself to sensual pleasure. If you're in a relationship, this is a great time to sneak off to a secluded hideaway. Spending quality time together will strengthen your bond. Are you single? You will meet someone at a spiritual or artistic gathering. So maybe the second half doesn't apply to you. So abandon yourself to sensual pleasure. Right. If you're in a relationship, it's a great time for you two to sneak off to a secluded hideaway and spend quality time together.
Well, it's a shame that Russell Grant got that wrong because, well, it's not the perfect time because we're both away from each other for the next week. So.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's nothing major. It's just like she's gone back home.
Oh no, yeah. I guess it wanted to be major. But
we're just
this show was about to take a dark turn.
I think we've reached the end of the Red Top
Review.
We
have. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay then, should we finish the Red Top Review then?
Yeah, sounds good.
More and more angry as the
always good goes on. Always good.
Right, get that out of the way. Right, time for a song because we've got stuff to do later on.
Okay.
So coming up next is my rant on celebrities.
I'll sort of retort to that. This is it's obviously the third, well, not chronologically, but the third #1 hit single I've picked out from the 1970s, and this is 20th Century Boy by T-Rex.
Let's hit it.
T-Rex with 20th Century Boy.
Not. Oh yeah, of course I've heard that one. What I'm talking about. Right. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I've just hit a tiredness stage of today.
Okay.
So I'll be fine in 20 minutes. But I mean, in 20 minutes we're going to be going off the air, sort of. So basically, there's no point. So it's time to move on to our topic of the week. You know, loose women. They like to discuss their topics. Like sex before marriage, and that's the one I always go to. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Give an example.
First one we did.
Yeah. And so, like the loose women, we'll have a crack at solving world issues. We've already solved homelessness and charity in previous shows. This is something that it's not a world problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. And this week we're going to be talking about celebrities. Have you thought about celebrities, Ben? Just before this show, your thoughts on it?
My thoughts? Well, personally, I wouldn't like to be a celebrity.
Of any type? You don't even want to be a Z-lister?
I think Z-listers, you get the ridicule of, almost trying to be an A-lister.
Yeah. Good thing we're not Z-listers, good thing we're A-listers.
Exactly, we're beyond that.
Yeah, on Leicester's second biggest student radio station.
Well, I was thinking about that statement.
You were?
Second biggest student radio station.
In Leicester.
Loughborough's technically in Leicester, yeah. Is Loughborough student radio bigger than us?
We'll find out. They probably are, to be fair.
So we might be third, but we're on the podium for student radio stations in Leicester.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're in the top 50. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt.
Well, there might be some doubt about that, but we think we're in the top 50. But we're definitely the number one show on
exactly
the third biggest student radio station
so,
in Leicester.
I want to hear this rant of yours, Johnny. How can I get you started? How can I rile you up?
You want to rile me up? Okay. Well, I thought, okay, it's only because it all started when I sort of saw the lineup for I'm a Celebrity, and I just didn't know any of them. I was just like, who are these
tends
people?
to happen.
Yeah.
You might get one that you know.
You might get one or two.
They'll normally pull in the ringer. They pay about four times as much.
This is the thing, though. Like, I'm a Celebrity. It's gone on for what, like 12 years or something like that. Has it gone on longer? I don't know, but
possibly, yeah.
But when it started, they were getting genuine celebrities in, and now it's got and now it's got to the point where they've ran out of celebrities. They're just going, right, you've been on Love Island, haven't you? Oh, you've been on whatever. Come on, yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. And I sort of thought, right, okay, let's have a look. What actually is the definition of a celebrity? Because everyone seems to be a celebrity nowadays. And I looked at the Oxford Dictionary, and it did say a famous person. So that's not wrong.
No,
that's not wrong. Like they are technically famous, but so I looked into it a bit more because I need, this is a top radio station. I've got not the radio show, so I've got to do some proper research. So I looked on, I scrolled down the Oxford Dictionary thing, and it said stems from the French word meaning frequent. Don't know what that means. So unless that they're a frequent celebrity, I don't know.
Frequent. I suppose it means. They're widely known. Yeah, they're frequently discussed.
It stems from the French word meaning frequent or honoured. And it just got me thinking, how the hell is Katie Price honoured, or Honey G?
No, I agree with that.
It's just celebrity. Like
Honey G.
Back in the good old days, probably before I was born. So where celebrity actually meant something. It used to mean
there was possibly a golden era before reality TV.
Yeah, before reality TV kicked in, it was dignified. You could be a celebrity. People would like. Well, I mean, 70%ers, they're not probably dignified anymore, but that's fine.
No, as long as you're willing.
It goes with the show, doesn't it? 70s theme.
That's even better.
Yeah, nice little link to 70s TV presenters.
I think as anyone who's willing to poo themselves live on TV.
You just stop there, and I was just
live on TV. You're going to be a celebrity.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean that. You just caught me off guard when you just said it. I'm okay. It's also social media though as well.
You get people who are Instagram famous,
Facebook famous, YouTube famous. It just
you can almost, in that sense, you can almost buy celebrity. You can Facebook. You can pay Facebook and they'll automatically bump up your followers.
Yeah, like we've been asked to if you want to boost our posts on Facebook, like Loose Men posts, and I'm like, no, because we're already famous. Don't need to worry about it.
We don't need that.
We're already raking in the cash. But you know what annoys me though? It's the wannabe celebrities, the ones that where if you're on, like say a new trailer comes out, say the new Star Wars trailers comes out, and you just type in Star Wars trailer on YouTube, and you see all the reaction videos, like so and so reacts to just random people reacting to Star Wars trailers. That's what annoys me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like they're deliberately going to make exaggerate all their reactions and make it some sort of scene out of it. Like when they go, oh no, oh my god, Chewie, he's back, oh wow. Who gives it?
I hope you haven't just spoiled that for me.
Oh no. We've seen Star Wars, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen the new one.
The new one is in last year?
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Force Awakens, no, like 2015 one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You saw the trailer, haven't you then? You've not seen the new Star Wars trailer?
For the new one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you need to see it. It's a corker of a trailer.
I'll have to give it a look.
It's but anyway, but those reaction videos, like I saw one which was like obviously somebody trying to be YouTube famous, which was like Father Ron. It was some sort of priest who reacts to stuff.
Oh god!
And I was just like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Just anybody is a celebrity now, and it just I used to I enjoyed calling myself a celebrity because both of us are celebrity because it was true. It was true. It still is true, but I don't like to say it anymore because obviously celebrity. Anyone's a celebrity. It hasn't changed us though. We're still pretty down to earth.
No, very, very, yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously,
very grounded.
Well, I mean, I don't go into supermarkets anymore. I get other people to do that. Get less important people to go into the supermarkets for me. Don't like to, and also when we go to like our favourite pubs and everything, I always make sure that we get a table nowhere near the commoners, the peasants, as I like to call them.
I don't even like to wipe my own backside anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I leave that to the untouchables.
Yeah. So exactly. So like, fame hasn't really changed us. How do we solve it? That's what we need to do. We need to solve celebrities? How do we solve this crisis
How do
of...
we solve it? I'd say ban reality TV.
Well, I think you got to get to the root of the problem, and I've thought about this. Another invention, because I came up with an invention a few weeks ago, like of how to cure fat people.
Yeah.
It's fine. It wasn't offensive, by the way. If people have just tuned in for the first time, it was not an offensive thing I did.
No.
It was genuine.
No,
it was a genuinely
quite
good
well
invention. It was about getting them to lose calories and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a new invention. It's getting to the root of the problem. Who enjoy these celebrities? Who like all that sort of these Z-list celebrities? What you do is you sort of, in all the cities, you have a big tent, like a big sort of marquee or whatever.
Yep.
And there's a sign on the outside, and it says auditions for Celebrity Big Brother, Love Island. I'm a celebrity, get out of here. So get anybody off the streets, come in. Obviously, people like us two, the educated people, will walk past and they'll go, "No, I don't want to be on that." We know the connotations of like going on shows like that. You walk past. Some people though, they'll walk past and they'll go, "Oh, I could be a celebrity." They'll walk in.
Yeah, some people will happily sign their soul away to be a celebrity.
Yeah, they'll walk in, and basically, when you walk in, you fall into a pit and die.
That's a good idea.
You get rid of all the what can I say on air? You get rid of all the a-holes. I like
that.
I can say that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Take that as you will. And that's how you deal with the problem. And then ultimately, hopefully, it'll die out. All these celebrities, and you'll get the proper celebrities like us, and
who can just take the reins back.
Yeah, and I just at the moment I feel like I've got to hide myself at the moment, hide from that celebrity status, which I don't like to do. I like people knowing I'm a celebrity. Which how would you
get me out of here?
Yeah. How would you solve celebrityness?
I think with the people who are watching all these daytime reality, all the rubbish we get, the pretenders trying to be celebrities.
Yeah.
I think often are people who don't work. They're watching it in the daytime. Yeah. The prime time, so people have finished work or before they get to bed. That's where the A-listers are on TV.
Except I'm a celeb.
Except I'm a celeb, but for the most part. So I'd say up the price of TVs. So the people who can watch TV in the day can't afford to watch it.
Are you saying up the licence fee or?
Up TVs and everything.
Up TVs and everything, just so
triple the licence fee.
So we can kill off reality TV. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and then instead people can watch Loose Men on demand on YouTube for free.
That was good. Nice little bit of advertising there, because obviously I think a lot of people now, because everybody wants stuff on demand. So obviously not as many people are going to listen to the live shows. It's fair enough. I think we've solved celebrityness. That's what we're going to say. What are we going to do next week? Because I always feel like we had homelessness. We've solved homelessness. We've solved charity. We've solved celebrity.
I reckon there's one we've already mentioned today.
What, sex before?
The idea of the gender, or sex versus gender.
Sex versus gender. Interesting. I think we could, and it fills our mandate of crossing the line every now. Well, not crossing the line, but teetering on the edge. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk about sex and gender next week. Tune in for that. Should we play another song? What time are we on? We've got 15 minutes left. Let's play another song. What are we going to play?
Okay, we've got 2 songs left then. Obviously the last song being the best played song. So we're going to play not the best, the most... I'm tripping over my words here. We're going to play another number 1 from the 1970s, but not the best selling from the 1970s, and it is...
Well, no, just what is it? Before.
Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart.
But coming up, we're going to find out how Ben's sobriety is going, because you said you were going to go sober for from the 2nd of November to the 2nd of December.
Yeah.
We'll find out how he's done with that. Day 14. So let's see how you're doing. Anyway, let's listen to the song. The song
Rod
again
Stewart is Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Right. Who was that?
That was Rod Stewart with Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Another classic hit of the 70s.
That's probably my favourite, yeah, I really like that song.
Yeah?
Singing in the Mirror.
Fair enough. I mean, why is it your favourite though? Is it just...
I don't know, I like Rod Stewart anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I quite like the song, it's quite a good song, I think.
Just quite a good
song.
It's
quite catchy.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a good shower song, I think. Anything that's a good shower song is a good song to me.
Yeah, I always think that Superstition by Thingy. Stevie Wonder.
Okay, yeah,
I always think that's a good shower song.
Good shower song too, yeah.
Anyway, it's time to find out what's been going on with Ben and his sobriety. So, day 14 in his no drink. Oh, I can't remember. There's no drinking for a month. So you started. Let's just recap for the audience. You decided to stop drinking because
ill health. It wasn't getting any better.
Yeah, and you thought
feeling slightly better now, but it wasn't getting any better. So I'd say track it back from day 14 to day.
Well, but then of course
day 9.
Well, before we get to all that, because I can't wait to hear it. You've gone off the booze, and you've not been You've been tempted because you were
annoyingly. I'd say tempted from the second day in.
Yeah. And you've been going strong.
It was the fact I'd put this sort of chastity on myself. I really wanted to drink.
Yeah. Okay. And so
we'll go through. So day 7 last week I was sober.
Are you getting to the point now where you just want to kill somebody or something?
Well, I'd say so. Day 7 last week I was clean. Day 8, magic, no drinking. Day 8 was Friday, so yeah, no drinking. It's fine.
I don't like where this is going.
Day 9.
Why are you saying it like that?
Day 9.
No.
That fateful day.
Oh no!
All drinking in the bar, apart from myself.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's
not drinking.
Right, don't worry about
I only one not drinking.
That's good. Yeah.
Very boring.
Oh, were you getting tempted?
All of them, they were doing karaoke, they were doing drinking games, and I thought, you know what? I'll have a drink. So I had a pint of Foster's.
No, you didn't, did you?
I did indeed. Pint of Foster's.
No.
Johnny's left the building.
Wait a moment.
Pint of Foster's, and pint of Foster's led to 4 pints of Foster's.
Can't believe you did that.
I know, and since then, since that fateful day 9, or was it day 8, day 9, I've been drinking quite a bit indeed.
Why have you done this to me?
Because I thought I had that one pint, and I thought, you know what, that's it then. Really, might as well just carry on like normal. But my health is better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, what? Ever since you stopped drinking, or ever since you've started drinking again?
Ever since I started. I think I was getting withdrawal symptoms.
You've got to push through the withdrawal symptoms, though. That's the point.
It was just. It was easier.
Trainspotting, where he's Ewan McGregor, where he sees the baby with its head turning 180 degrees, 360 degrees. He's that's his withdrawal symptoms.
Okay.
And he pushed through it because he was chained to a bed because his parents chained him to a bed or whatever.
No. You see, it was just. It was easier to have a drink than to resist.
I can't believe you've done this.
I know it wasn't. I was disappointed with myself, but then when was it? It was Tuesday night. No, sorry, last night.
Yeah.
It meant I could just have 1 pint in the pub with my friends.
Did you? Was it just the one?
It was indeed just the one.
It's never just a pint.
It was last night.
You know what I'm hearing, Ben?
What's this?
Poor me.
Well, exactly. It was. I like that. That's good. So yeah, it's not. It folded after 9 days. 9 days sober. To be honest, I think I've accidentally done longer than that before.
Yeah, I think I can't. You couldn't even do a month.
No.
I don't know how I can work with somebody like that.
It's the alcohol.
It's
come back. It is.
You have reached that celebrity status now where you just.
I needed it to handle my newfound fame. That was what it was.
And you just thought alcohol was the answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look, we've all been there.
I found myself with Gaza and co. In the pub, Paul Gascoigne, me and him on the dentist chairs, pouring champagne down our necks.
Look, Ben, we've all been there. We've all been there when Gareth Gates, and doing shots with him, but. You have to just move on. You have to just push through. All right. You know what? Should we just play a song for the ladies and come back to this? I think I need just a few.
I'm more than happy to play a song for the ladies. So, Johnny, what is the song for the ladies?
It's one that doesn't refer to me anymore, but it's called "Alone Too Long" by Hall & Oates, just for you ladies. Oh, Ben's still waiting for it to kick in. Is it kicking in yet, Ben? You haven't got the aux kick. Oh, right. Okay, let's go in then. That was Hall & Oates, "Alone Too Long." That's a song for the ladies, for you lady fans out there. We've reached the end of the show now. It's been an interesting show. I've managed to get over it now. because Ben's promised to buy me a pint.
Yeah.
At the pub. I mean, that'll be good. At least now, when we go to the pub, it won't feel like you're my enabler.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, that's the good thing. I won't feel as bad. But I still just I think I do need a few days for this to sink in.
Maybe by next show, I expect full recovery.
Yeah, full recovery.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. But we've done a lot over this show, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
We've, you've had you've talked about your essay and how mental that went.
It was pretty horrific. I'll have to report back how well I do.
How long again was it?
Or how poor I do.
When did you start doing it again?
7 o'clock till 5 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
10 hours.
7 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's ridiculous. So we've learnt about that. We've covered the news. We found out that Buddha has been found, and amongst other things such as Greg's and some Tex Maniacs. We solved celebrities, how to deal with this growing trend of bad celebrities, and we've also found out that Ben is an alcoholic. I think it's safe to say that, isn't it? Do you want to admit it now?
I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. Maybe next week.
Next week, just
I'll see how much I drink from now to next week. Because as it stands, I've had 2 pints. 2 pints, I think, since I.
Yeah, it's never just 2 pints, is it?
Well, no.
Well, just do some soul searching, and we'll come back to that next week. See,
funny enough, Mystic Meg didn't spot this.
No, yeah, it's a bit interesting. Maybe she did, but she said it in her very ambiguous sentences.
Exactly. So, shall we?
Yeah, we've reached the end of the show. What are we going to play for our last song?
The last song, the best-selling song in the UK from the 70s by Wings and Paul McCartney. It's Mull of Kintyre.
Thank you very much for listening. I've been Johnny Birch.
And I've been Ben Hodgkinson.
This has been Loose Men.